Hi guys. Hi. Let's start with a few breaths up just to get the body warmed up. Inhale and exhale, and one more up. And good, Karen, we'll add our heel raises. So just get the body warmed up. Good morning. And one more. And now let's take our dynaband, take a heavier one, and take the band up like a Y. Let me move my roller, and take your exhale to pull your band down. Hello, good morning. Good morning. And then we just started with our arms overhead. And as you're ready, you can add on that heel raise with the heel raises. Good morning. Exhale and pull. So we're taking the band overhead, we're pulling it in front of our nose to the chest. We're lifting up both heels as a bonus move, your legs. But if you need to get rid of one move, if you need to modify, just do the upper body. So we're exhaling as we do the work part. The neck is easy. Good. Let's take about 10 more. Everybody's in now. 10, or almost everybody. And 9, and 8, and 7, 6, hi, 5, hello, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Now take the same band at the upper back, right around the shoulder blades or the scapula. You can use, I like to sometimes grab this excess so it's not so dangly. Now we're going to press out on the one and then forward on the second part. So right now I'm just going to start with this upper body. That's our focus in this. The lower body, at least we walk around and do chores with our legs. So if you would like to add on, take your heels out a little wider, and then at the same time that you press out, you're going to drop your glutes. At the same time you drop your glutes on the second squat, you press your arms narrow. So arms are wide, then arms press forward narrow or in line with your ribs. Your heels are heavier. One trick I like to do is just lift up the toes sometimes, and that's how you can ensure that the most of your weight's on the heels. Your heart light is shining forward. Your heart light is shining forward. Good, Jean, that looks great. And now the heart rate will go up a little bit because we're using big muscle groups. Let's do 3 more sets. And if you needed to modify, I would just stick with the upper body at least. All right, let's do one more set. Here we go, wide and then narrow. Really good job. Walk the feet back in, take the band in. If you have elastic tubing, hold on to the handles. If you do not, hold on like a neutral grip. And one heel or two in the middle. Stand tall, and at the very beginning you'll know, is this too much? Do I need more tension? So if it's too easy, walk the heels a little further apart. If it's too hard, walk the heels in a little closer, or just use one heel. Knees are soft but long. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good, your neck is easy. 12, 13, 14. All right, we're shooting for 5 more. Now a trick is if it's getting too hard but you want to finish out the set, you would just take out one of your heels so the band has more slack. Take 2 more. 2, 1. Really good. Gently step off of there. Now we're going to sneak in a stretch. Wide arms, go up and hold. I got to take more band. So I didn't have enough stretch, so you walk your hands in and hold for a moment. Neck is easy. Yeah, that looks fabulous, guys. That looks so good. And then lower your hands, maybe an inch or two. You decide. And I'm showing a narrow stance, but really you could do a wide one here so you have more balance. Go open. Let's do another inch or so. That's a good one for me. You'll get to notice what's good for you. Breathe in. Now, see if you can make it dynamic. Go forward. And I'm going to move away from the wall. Go back. Go forward. Go back, go forward, and back. Now, take the band back and hold. Again, one more time. Breathe in. Ah, so good. Inhale. Let it go, and I like to get a little blood flow going in those arms. Now we're going to stand on the band with both heels in the center. Now in this one, elbows are wide, forearms and wrist are in a line. So what that is trying to let your elbows go wide. There you go. And let your elbows go higher than your wrist, Jean. On the right one, let your elbow be higher than your wrist. Yep, that's it. So your elbows lead the way, your upper arm leads the way. That means you're not forcing your wrist straight down. Your forearms can be in a line, your wrist can be in a line with your forearms. This is a little shoulder, a little bicep. Check your knees, they're soft. And let's just take 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on the 1, step off, take the band behind your upper back. I'm going to stand more in a chair type of squat position. So your arms are going to circle. Let me turn so you can see what I mean. They're doing a breaststroke. I still have tension when I make that circle. This is an option if you care to add on. You can have a glute heavy seat. So not the knees going forward, the glutes heavy. The glutes are heavy, and I'll show. I'm trying to get my fanny back, not shifting forward. That's, yes, better. Let me take a look. Yes, better. Nice. Now, the heart rate, you kind of feel goes up pretty quickly, right? This is a good one that you can monitor yourself. If you were having trouble being glute heavy, one trick is you could sit on the wall and do it like this so that you get more, make sure your knees aren't in it, right? If you were having a knee sensitive day. Okay, so it could be that I've forgotten which way we were going, but I would never admit it. All right, so go the other way, whatever way that is. It's all good. All right. Multitasking is not my best trait. I like to single focus. All right, try 4 more. 3. And both legs are even, 2, 50-50. 1. Now, take a moment. Let's use the band for a half moon stretch. Take the arms up and over. Now, the bottom arm is gently assisting, pulling the top arm so you have an assisted half moon. Breathe in. Go up and over. Half moon. Inhale, feels so good. And then exhale, let that go. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're going to take a seat with your heavy band, with your medium band too. Now, for example, if you have the Spree line of products, purple's pretty heavy. Your heels are long in front of you, or your knees, I should say. Wrap the band, or another trick is to wrap 2 bands. Cross your band like an X. I like to walk the hands pretty far down, Michelle, that looks great. So your spine is tall, and then you pull. The good news is it's an easy correction. If you don't feel like you have enough tension, just walk your hands down lower and then try that, or 2 bands like I said earlier, because this is a pretty strong exercise. Oh, I love seeing everybody's posture look so upright. Good. Exhale. Let me turn my body and pull. Good. Your neck is easy. You'll feel some biceps. You'll feel the rear deltoid. You're getting a strong grip. Good. And Betty, yours is good. If you want, you can walk your fingers closer to the bottom of the band because it looks like your elbows aren't able to lengthen. And just, yeah, see if that works. That looks good. See if that feels good. And you can always text me or email me later, but it looks really good. So You were strong enough to be able to handle that extra tension. All right, let's do 5 more. 4, and Polly, that looks great. And 3, you've got strong biceps, strong back. 2. Now we are going to add a rotation and take one side 5 times. So 5 in a row, one time, one side. You're rotating. Now 5 rotations the other way and stay on that side. 5, stay tall. 4, your sternum is like light that you're shining on the side wall and then in front. Now this time take 4 on the right, so go back to your first side and do 4 with a rotation, with a pull. 4 on the other side. We're doing a little pattern. 4, 3, 2, now 3. So exhale 3 times on the right. 2, good. Upper back rotation's important for posture. Now 3 on the left. Exhale 3, pull. 2. Now 2 on the right. You can tell the pattern is a descending, and 2 on the left. Now 1 of each, but we'll do 5 sets. So right, left, right, left, right, left. 2 more sets. Right, left, 1 more, right, and left. Now take a moment to release that. Take an inhale to go up, 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 up. This is a stretch to counter pose. Go up. This is called the rack. Lift up your heart, your light on your wrist. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Woo! Feel that great stretch. And exhale. Good. Let's just do a hand hold here, and like you're trying to draw circles with your wrist, do about 3 or 5 each way. Good, Karen. Beautiful. Really good. Now I'm going to take a medium band for me. Instead of the purple, which is heavier, I'm going to take a gray or a blue would be fine, or your regular dynaband, and just adjust per the length. Now this time we're going to take the arms like a letter T, but there's a soft elbow to it. So it's rear deltoid and a little higher if you want, Betty, try it. And then if you feel like, let me give you a modification on this one. If you feel like you just can't get out of your upper traps, you can lower it certainly. But we'll try this wide position, and you're resisting. That looks great. Your hands are kind of wide. They're going towards the side walls. You've got a softness to your elbow. To me, it feels like a reverse hug. All right, 10, we're gonna try to work that 9, range of motion, 7, 6, 5, 4, rear shoulders burning. Good. Now let the hands down, but just move those shoulders, move those scapula, get some mobility, move your neck if you want. Now this is a rehab one, it's a prehab one. Take your crossed band, so cross it, put your elbows right beside your ribs. Open up your forearms. Now your forearms are parallel to the floor. Good, everyone looks so good. 5, 6, these start to feel really helpful, therapeutic for keeping the shoulders ability to stay open. These are counteracting the shoulder's tendency to round forward. All right, you're gonna be lifting tall for 5 more. 4, good. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Uncross. Now the band is not crossed, it's parallel. Your hands are low this time, so this is the one you were thinking of earlier. And I like to, if you have the handle, I like to knife it. So my pinky side of my hand is leading the way. Or like a dynaband, your grip is such that the pinky is towards the back wall. Lift up tall. Breathe. That's good. And you're feeling a little lat and a little tricep, the back of the arm. You're feeling your abdominal muscles and your back muscles keeping you upright. All right, try 5 more. Like how your ear's in line with your shoulders, so you're practicing a good head or neck alignment, preventing tech neck, forward head syndrome. All right, we're gonna take a bicep now. Let me show you several ways. So one way is just to bend your elbows and straighten. Now you can tell I don't have quite the tension I need because I can't straighten my elbows without losing tension. So you could take more band. Another trick is to lift your elbow a little, your humerus. Now another trick is to go back into an ab crunch. If you have osteoporosis and unsupported flexion is contraindicated, just stay upright. Exhale, bend, bend, exhale. Good. Let your neck be in a line with your spine. So I'm looking at my toes because I'm leaned back. Everybody's neck looks good to me. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come back up. We're going to take a pattern. This is really good for the brain, kind of like how we did the row pattern. This one is going to be one long pull here, one long pull here, and then a bicep of some sort. So I'm going to do a lean back on mine. Now long arm here, low, wide, and a bicep. Now one of each, low, out, and a bicep, and low, wide, and a bicep, low, wide, and a bicep, and low, oh yeah, wide, and a bicep. All right, can you do 3 more sets? Low, wide, good Betty, and then bicep, good Jean, and then low, wide, and bicep. Now when you sit tall, your head is in line with your spine, low, wide, here we go, bicep. Take a breather, nice. Take an inhale. We're stretching back for a moment, but you're gonna sit any way you want to, so that's your preference. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce just for ease for me, but you wanna find what's good for you. Breathe in, go up, up and over. It's like you're going over a fence. I should have said up and over while you stay here. Now go up and over to the other side. Good, here we go. And and I like to even reach through the fingers. Reach through the fingers. Breathe in. Sometimes you can find little rotations that you need. Inhale. Woo. And then exhale. Really good. Now, as a challenge, if you first take a sip, that's not much of a challenge, but then we're going to stand up without any hands. So you can do a crisscross applesauce and try to stand without using your hands. You can also put a foot in front, use the back shin as support. And if you'd like, because I kind of like to do things evenly, do one on each. So you've got push, good. All right, I like it. Betty, you did that. I didn't think you had done that before. Really good. Let's do a bicep curl with the hand weights. I'm going to move the bands so they're not tripping me up. So you might take a heavier weight on these, 5 to 10. Bend your elbows. Oh, do you have hand weights today, Jean? Now the backup plan would be if you didn't have your hand weights, let's say you're traveling and you have your band only, just do the second set with your band or grab a couple of cans of soup or gallons of water. But main thing is your muscle needs the stress to challenge it. It could be bags of sugar, but just something that challenges it beyond its normal load. Now what I like is nobody's letting their elbow hyperextend right here. You've got control so your elbow doesn't get bent backwards. I also like, I'm seeing good neutral wrist. So if your wrists do better with that neutral, you could do that. Nothing should hurt in the joints. All right, neck is easy. Take 2 more. And you're gonna be leaving those down for just a moment and lift up your heels, lift up your heels, lift up your heels, and lift up your heels. Now you have extra weight. 6, 7, 8, good, 9. Now you may change your weight, but if you want to try here, you're gonna put your hands in this little easy, it's kind of like a shelf. Now exhale, push up. Right away you'll know, do I need to change weights? We're gonna do 15 reps. Now your abs do have some tone so that your body doesn't feel like one of those vertical tubes at a car lot where you're all over the place. You wanna have some integrity around the ribs and the pelvis. Exhale, 7, 8, 9, good, I like it. 10, and try 5 more. 11, 12, good. 13, 14, 15. Now lower the hand weights and out of your foot's path, we're gonna take a finger interlace position. It looks like this and then away. Breathe in, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, one of my favorite releases, knocking on the door of life. Notice how good that feels. It feels great in my low back, feels good in my shoulders and upper back, but just see what you feel. 4, your arms are loose sleeves. 3, good, probably that looks great. 2, it just sort of relieves tension, right? And then shake it out. We're gonna be doing one for the lateral raise. Let me show you what that is. It's out with hand weights. So it's probably gonna be a little lighter. It could be 3 to 7 pounds, I'd say, but you know, you're in control. So you'll know. The other trick is you could start with a weight. When you feel like you can't keep good form, get another one that's slightly lighter. Neck is easy. Good. 5, oh, looks great. 6, shoulder height. 7, but doesn't have to be higher. 8, knees are soft. 9, sometimes I might even lock mine out by accident, so I just say that cue to remind us. Jaw is soft. Good. 2 more. Really good. Now, leave them here and pretend that you have suitcases and you're going to pick up the suitcase by the handle off the floor. And the suitcase can be as high as you need so that your knees have good feeling, your glutes are heavy, your heart is forward. Good, now see if you can feel 50% of your weight in each leg. Sometimes one leg tends to take over, so each leg. Now the other cue is your knee tracks with your second toe. Nobody's knees, from my perspective, are knocking in. You don't want that to happen. They're in line with your second toe. One more time. Now we're gonna put the weights down for a moment. I'd like to offer a balance pose that's also a stretch. So can you take a tree and that strengthens the glute, which when it's got amnesia, there's a little name, gluteal amnesia. So after sitting for prolonged periods of time, the glutes can turn off and the low back can have more tendency towards pain. So this one-legged balance turns on the glute again. So do one-legged bridges. So you notice I do those 2 exercises a lot. Good job, guys. Stay really tall, like someone's taking your picture. Ooh, yes. Isn't that great? Let that down. That was really good. All right, we'll shake it out. This one comes up. One way you know the glute's working, you can touch it here, the high glute, but the other is your hip doesn't shift out. If your hip shifts out, it's not engaged. So push that hip in, other side. Your hips are level. Woo! Here we go. Now we're turning on that right glute, or the glute, whatever one you're standing on. That's gonna help the back. This is also really critical to prevent falls. Your ankles. I love it. Your posture muscles if you're doing this variation. But if you're lifting up, you're still helping open the upper back. So that's great, Karen. Elbow high. Breathe in. Let's come down gracefully. That was amazing, terrific job. Grab your weights, we're gonna do some front raises. It may be on the lighter side, like 3 to 6 pounds. Maybe 5 pounds or so. Go for it. You'll know when you start lifting, if you need a different weight. And if you do, just change it. Yep, good, Betty, I love it. Yeah, that's right, go forward. Long arms, so I think of a mummy. That's why it's a little lighter weight, because of this long lever. You can tell that, right? Yeah. Now check your neck. It's light, it's easy. Take another one. Now I want us to put the weights down, but keep them handy. Can you come down to the floor? Now, if you can, use no hands. And then we're gonna take a chest press, okay? So to get your heavier weights, like I'd say 6 to 12 pounds. 5s will do though, if you have those. Push up, touch. Now, if this isn't your cup of tea, you can always do push-ups on the wall. You could always do push-ups on your knees on the floor. And when I say knees, I mean the flesh above the knees. You're not on the patella. Otherwise, you can push up, breathe in, and exhale. The feet on the ground helps you keep the ribs on the mat so that you're not excessively arching your low back to do this exercise. And breathe in and out, in and out. And listen to your shoulder, because you might tweak the angle for you. Exhale as you push. Take a couple more, and then we're going to take a full body stretch. So let your hand weights go really long, full body stretch. Or sorry, let your hand weights down, let your arms go long. Shift, breathe in. Now exhale, I'm going to come up because I have to get a lighter weight. You're going to want a 3 or a 5 pound weight. If you have it handy, you don't need to come up. I'm going to be on the side. Arm here, open up. Now it's a little weight because this is a small therapeutic motion. You remember how we did the seated? Now we're doing 10 on each side, and you see I'm really kind of like being efficient with the turns because I want to make sure we start and end on time. Good, elbow here. Now here we go, 10. It's not a heavy weight. This is more about getting those therapeutic little muscles here. 5, good. 6, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let that down. That's really good, and have a seat. Now this time it's a rotation. Go open, rotation, turn. Open. Good, Karen. Open and turn. Good. 5. Now, take a moment to come back into the center. Take an inhale to go up and an exhale to go down. Good, Karen. And go up, breathe in. This will get us to, yeah, now we're all together. Lift up and act like something's pulling you up. I'm pulling your arms up. Lift, lift, lift. There's space between your vertebrae. Inhale. Catch an image of peace and joy and place it in your hands. Put it onto your heart, peace and joy. We'll take a moment to stay connected to this natural high vibration that's within us all. Today I intend to stay connected to this feeling of peace and joy. Anytime I start to feel a wobble, I'm going to do my best to come back to it. I'm worthy of feeling fabulous with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Very good, very good. Good job. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow.